Previously on the Pact Boon, the gang fought the pan-fried knight, TM, and also his little gangly gang of stuff. We had a cat with a knife. We had a mouse with a needle. We had a goat. We had a cooked chicken. We also had a kettle. And just a goblin girl who got excited about fighting and just wanted to be part of the gang.
And knocked me out.
And straight up wrecked Alon. Folks, this is the Pact Boon, an actual play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast and show. Brought to you by Session Zero Studios. We are so elated to have you here. Kisses for the folks at home, please.
I don't give my kisses away like that, okay?
All right, prude. You know what? On his behalf,
Thank you.
welcome back. Shout out to Monument Studios. You can get their Fantasy Plus bundle, and you should. Use code BETTERDM to get a discount and to support the show. Additionally, we have Roll and Play Press, who have provided some of our materials that we're using for the show. You can use our code there, Pact and Boon, for a discount and to support the show. And last but not least, we have some miniatures provided by Painting Phantasms. You can get the Calignos bundle on his myminifactory.com. All of this information is provided in the description, so please support the show and support them because they're, pretty great people. Let's dive in, shall we? We pick up in Hurtenberg. Your destination given to you by Gino Galimenti all those days ago.
The man.
And by all those days, I mean it's been 3 days?
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe.
So it's been less than a week since you've made it out of hell. And you've been tasked with finding some information about something called the lethargy. Some sort of arcane, eldritch thing that is previously unknown to the material plane, but is causing havoc and causing things to be demented, corrupted, and augmented. Sallying forth to Hurtenberg, you were tasked by your gracious benefactor, Sheriff Don Tala'al, to go and set up his waypoint, where he can further extend his graciousness to the rest of his domain, for the small cost of tens of thousands of gold pieces in debt. That is accruing interest daily. You set forth, met a new person to join your crusade. Draven, from an unknown continent. Pirate. And hemocrafter. You were attacked after discovering the epicenter and some purple crystals by the pan-fried knight, Lord Regent of Hurtenberg. Swiftly beat him up. Not swiftly. I mean, it was a pretty even match, I'll be honest. Probably your most even match to date. And it was just a bunch of crap and a guy with a paunch. So we find ourselves questioning our ability as heroes.
Guys, we're the heroes right now. We are.
That's right. Just
not this man
that.
who can magically make anything.
Just remember that you are the heroes here, okay?
Maybe.
As he is cowering at your feet. Hey, what do you say we parlay, huh?
Charlie would look at his compatriots. Well, I am not one to turn down possible alliances. However, maybe this man is more trouble than he's worth.
Wolfgang, you're on a roof.
That's me. And so I'm just, at this point, I'm looking down. Everything's not moving except for this guy, right? And so I walk down.
Give me a perception check while you're up there.
You know what? Fine, I will.
And the fried chicken, the pan or the pot, All those things when they died,
When they
turned.
died,
What happened?
they turned into a pile of bones.
21 for perception.
Fabulous.
But the goblin didn't, though, right?
The goblin did not. The goblin just turned into a goblin dead.
A dead goblin.
Yep.
Yeah, just laying right next to me as I recover.
So the goblin just stumbled across and was like, "Party!"
As goblins be doing.
Yeah. Amen.
Okay.
It's a bit racist, but whatever.
You know, it's a fantasy world. Okay. These guys don't always have it together.
It's true.
Let me, Elon. You spotted something.
Wolfgang.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Gang spot something?
Gang spotted something afoot. Okay. Elon, I believe, is unconscious still.
I'm up. I just am on the ground.
Okay,
because
great.
did you get a nat 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
And Draven also saved my butt. Remember, killed the goblin.
That's right.
Yeah.
What a man. You know who's not a man? Someone that you spot on the mountain range west of Hurtenberg. Wolfgang, with your hunter-like predatory eyes, you spot someone crouching.
Okay. So this is outside of the town.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking over the roofs of the town. I see a guy out there.
Yep.
Crouching?
Yep,
Or is it a woman? Because you said it's not a man.
it is a woman with a silver armband
Oh, screw her. It's the lady.
and a gold star on it.
It's Dirt Girl.
The dirt girl herself.
Oh, man.
Talriel.
Dariel, that dog. And so, like, as soon as that happens, I kind of, like, panic. Like, I freeze up as if, like, I'm a deer caught in headlights. And I just quickly just scamper down the building. And I run up to the people, and I'm, like, keeping my voice low. I'm like, guys, we do not have time. Tariel is here. You know the dirt girl from the sheriff?
She was very scary.
met her.
Mr. Panfried, for a moment, could you just not talk? We have something
Hey,
to...
listen, bud. Look, you're in my kingdom.
I just think that it's important that you be quiet, or else we'll gut you like a pig.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Jolly, keep him in check.
Okay, but I have thunder gauntlets. I don't have anything stealthy to keep him in check with.
What about this? And I pull out this pocket knife that I don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
Sure, I think I can do something with that, maybe.
Mechanically, this guy's walking around at 1 hit point.
Yeah. So you could just
you
like
could do some
breathe on
non-lethal damage to like knock him unconscious, if you so wish, or you could just finish him.
Okay.
Yeah. Question. I should have asked this earlier, but maybe maybe Wolfgang would have noticed. Was she looking at me? Could she see me?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Because I'm like, oh man, was she just going to Kurtenberg? Because, that's where they were supposed to go. 15.
She looked to be in kind of like a reconnaissance mode, just kind of observing. Whether she saw that she saw you, you're not certain, right? But the vibe that you're getting is kind of an Overwatch, Reki type position.
Okay. So,
Was it, just real quick, all-purpose tool +1, or what was it?
Correct.
Oh, nice. And so I say, okay, so Talriel is outside of the city walls. It appears that she was babysitting us, watching over what we were doing. And I think that we might want to get indoors and plan our next steps. And maybe bring this almost dead man with us.
Maybe we can tie his arms and bind his mouth in the meantime.
Draven, what would happen to you if she found you?
Well, I suppose that they'd be aware of my position. If she hasn't been already.
That's fair. Okay, let's get inside the inn. Bring... Mr. Panfried, can you stand up? Thank you. And then we go inside.
Hey, listen, man. I'll follow your lead, but don't manhandle me.
Can I tie him up, or at least his arms behind his back?
Sure. Okay, listen. Look, you can manhandle me, but be gentle about it.
I'm gonna pick up his cast iron pan that he hasn't thrown
Great.
into a building.
Sucker's heavy.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Also, should someone search the dead body of the goblin? Wait, no, yes. Before we go in to burn that body.
Why must we burn it?
Because I do not want to fight it again.
Like the dead goblin?
Well, it seems
Yeah.
like it's bones that are coming back.
Yes, and we need to burn the bones, the whole thing.
Oh.
I guess I've never burned a body, so I didn't know that bones burned.
Do they? I don't actually know. No, they burn.
Let's
they burn.
try. I mean, let's try.
So while you're bringing in Pan Friday Night, I'm gonna go over, grab the goblin girl, and just kind of drag him inside of the inn. And
Okay,
we'll go in
you're going
there.
to the inn?
Yes.
Okay. So the inn is a 2-story, right? Inside the inn, there's a little bit of a bar, but it's more of just like a hotel lobby, right? Some broken furniture, some ratted, destroyed rugs on the floor. And there's an office in there that you could probably tuck yourself in further if you wanted to get kind of out of eyesight. Give me another perception check with advantage because you know kind of where she was before to...
Okay, I can do that. Okay, first roll. Ooh, it was first 23, and then I got a nat 20, so 25 total.
Nice. And at 20, you see her stand up, like looking around to see where it is that you're trying to go, and you get the sense that she's going to try and move pretty soon to try and get a better vantage point. So this was probably a good call to get inside.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we get inside, and we, because you said that the windows were boarded up before?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, so we just go into a corner where, maybe even on the second floor might be smart, guys. Just like
Okay.
into a room where one of the windows is boarded up, but we can kind of look through the slats, maybe.
Okay.
Is
You could
this-
kind of set up like a sniper Overwatch
Yes.
type deal,
Yeah.
looking overhead.
Is
Yeah.
this one of the buildings that seems kind of rickety and unstable?
It seems to be one of the more sturdy. This is where the Pan Fried Knight was camped out, and you can see that there's like cans of bad food that have been eaten. You see his bedroll
Beans.
upstairs. Yeah, a lot of beans, only beans, if we're being honest. And you can hear his belly gurgle.
How far away was Talriel?
Pretty far.
Pretty far out there. And so I'm like, so Wolfgang says, so I guess priorities here is finding out what this man knows about the city. Also, obviously, the sheriff and his dogs are on our tail. So maybe if we find out and decide what we want to do, do we actually do what they wanted? Because there's nobody here, apparently, aside from this man. And maybe we set up this weird equipment that they sent with us. Or not. I don't know. We need to find out.
Can I look in the bag of stuff we have?
Sure. As I imagine kind of all at once, right? Like you're realizing I've never even looked in this bag full of crap that I've been towing for the last day and a half, right?
Yeah.
And it looks to be like some pretty heavy, well-made steel bars. There's like buttresses. It looks like it is meant to build a tower of sorts, kind of like a telephone tower, right?
Okay.
And there appears to be a generator of some kind at the bottom that would be affixed to the base of this tower. And this is kind of like your artificer mind. Like I'm a tinkerer, right? I build things, and you can kind of see the Lincoln log in your mind being structured as you're looking at this material.
Hey, Doughboy.
The Friday Night looks at Jolly.
Pan Fried Night.
Hey.
Are there any exits out of the city that are like? Do you have any tunnels or?
Listen, bud. As Lord Regent of this here kingdom, I'm not exactly in a position to just spill the beans on all my secrets.
Well, it's either that, And I'm going to prestidigitation, make my eyes just fill with flames.
Okay.
And just say, it's either that or we just end you right now.
Give me an intimidation check
Okay.
with advantage.
That was a 26. Yeah, 26.
Yeah, that'll beat his 7. He pees. And he's just wearing basically like these shredded trousers, and so it just soaks him. And the floor around him. He's not doing well. In fact, you hear his stomach gurgle more.
The beans.
And he like starts getting manic about it, where he's like, "Hey, listen, bud," and he like can't swallow, like he has that catch in your throat when you like are getting scared.
Oh no.
He like starts to flush a little bit, and he's like, "Listen, bud, I'm sorry, I really just like." I'm just trying to make something of myself, you know. I haven't really accomplished a whole lot, and I'm just trying to scrap together anything that I can right now. And give me, we'll say you're kind of watching Overwatch, keeping an eye out. Give me a perception check for you, and then if you're looking at the stuff, I'll have you kind of be running the interrogation piece of it.
Okay.
I'll have Draven give you the help action on an investigation check or insight.
I got a 17 for perception.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Something's happening to this guy.
That's kind of what I thought. This is like lethargy taking over.
It's possible.
Okay. Can I do like some sort of medicine check to start assessing like the actual changes?
Yeah, Draven's basically just giving you the help action in this.
Okay.
Something's not right with this guy.
11. Crap.
Yeah, I mean this is unique, right? This reaction it set really quickly.
Yeah.
And is a weird reaction to this. Listen, man, I think there's something wrong with those skillets, man. Like, it sounds so dumb to say, but like I think something's wrong there.
I dropped the skillet.
As he mentions it, and you're like aware that you're holding this super heavy skillet in your hand,
Yeah.
you feel a slight vibration to it.
Really? Hey, Jolly.
Yes.
This thing is vibrating.
That is not normal. Can I check and see what the material is?
You may. You can do an investigation, arcana, or tinker tools check.
I'll just do investigation.
Okay.
Freaking 14.
I'll give you advantage on it as
Yay.
well. Draven's just here to help.
14.
Such a helpful guy. But Jolly just sucks. So,
I'm just gonna roll through all my dice to see which one is worthwhile.
honestly, here's the thing. Here's what happens. Okay, you get close to this thing, and you see the flecks of purple in the iron skillet.
Oh, can I reach in my pocket and see if that's vibrating?
It immediately, like a magnet, gets drawn to that skillet and spreads like a liquid onto the skillet and goes into the pores of the skillet, becoming one with the skillet.
Out of my pocket?
Out of your pocket.
So I'm watching this, and I see you pull that shard out. What were you doing with that? Where did you find that?
I don't think we have time to talk about this. This skillet is not good. And if he's been eating out of it...
I look at him when he says that. Have you been eating out of this?
Yeah, man.
Maybe he was just, lightly searing. Like, how much have you been eating out? Like, what have you been cooking out of this?
It's my plate, my bowl, my spoon, my fork, bro.
Is it your toilet too?
Gosh. No. No, what am I, an animal?
Can you, like...
There's clearly,
decency.
like, just a corner that's been being used.
Can you purge right now? Not into the pan, but, like, out the window or something.
What exactly do you mean?
Can I punch him as hard as I can in the stomach?
Well, not hard enough to kill him.
I mean, he's got one hit point. It will knock him unconscious, but it could.
Okay.
Well,
possibly
actually-
expel.
Give it a shot.
Maybe someone else should do this.
Okay.
Sure,
So-
I'll punch him.
Can we maneuver him over to like the window first?
What's your armor class?
14.
Awesome. You go to punch him in the belly as this toothy maw erupts from his belly and chomps down on your arm, and you take
1,000
points of
Oh, he's
piercing.
down.
I'm down.
He's freaking down.
Elon drops as this maw opens out of this paunch belly, this tongue wrapping around Elon's forearm and starts pulling him in. You see that the pan-fried knight, his eyes have gone completely white, and he's just like,
Well,
roll initiative.
There you go.
oh good.
Gosh, dang it.
That is a big fat 19 for me,
19 for me too.
I got an 18.
which means that I'm going second. For sure.
So Wolfgang, that's you first.
That's a good dice.
Draven rolled really well as well. So honestly, all of you will go before the PFK.
Oh.
Wolfgang, you're the first to act.
PF
What do you do?
K.
Okay, how big is this room? Am I too close?
It's pretty small. You are not in melee with this, per se.
Okay, considering that I don't want to make a lot of noise, I thought about using the pistol. I'm just like, "Rrr." But instead, I'm gonna shoot him with a short bow.
Okay.
So I roll twice. Let me see. Got to make sure.
So you have 2 attacks on your first round,
Yeah.
unless you're doing Zephyr Strike or something else.
No, I'm out of spells. You made sure of that last time.
Yeah, I did.
And so, okay, one of them I rolled a nat 1,
Great.
and then the other one, it's 12 to hit.
Okay. The 12 hits.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. The one obviously does not. The one kind of sticks into the wall near him as you're kind of just really quickly reacting to the situation. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, 5.
Okay. I imagine you're punching in the gut, not like his head or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm just shooting into his big old maw.
Okay. Yeah, you hit and you see that his belly is really distended. And you can see that there is something either growing from him or is inside of him that has become part of him. And it is effectively a separate entity. How much was the damage?
It was 5.
I should have killed him.
Okay, Jolly.
Cool. So, seeing Elon go down, and we have healing potions, right?
You have 1 each.
How long does it take to give someone a potion?
We'll say an action.
Okay, and that's regardless of who it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Action to give it. Bonus action to take it yourself.
Okay.
A lot
Okay.
of mouth sounds going on.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. So I'm just gonna give him. Did I even put that in my inventory?
Doesn't look like it.
Freaking heck! Can I just assume that it's okay? I'm gonna give him a potion with my action, Elon.
2d4 plus 2.
And I happen to have a vial of poop potion as well. Could I just like yoink that into the wide open gaping maw as my bonus action?
What?
You totally can.
Oh man, that thing's gonna
Actually,
crap itself.
No. Can I do the shot of gold glow instead?
Interesting. Yes.
Just huck it in. No, that was stupid. I already did it. Yeah.
Do it, bud. You got it.
Roll 2d6 of fire damage.
Ah, awesome. 3. And
I'm up
2.
with 8 hit points.
5. Also, the reason why I was like, that was stupid right after I did it was because I realized maybe I could have used that in the flamethrower. You live and you learn. So
You live and you learn.
5 total.
Oh well. Okay. This gold glow melts the face off of this maw as you see the bottom jaw of this belly thing is trying to close on Alon, but is just like a gummy, burned acid mouth at this point, and is just trying to bite at Alon. It looks heavily wounded. Draven will just take his turn to just take 2 swipes at this thing. Hit and hit. And his minimum damage will be enough to finish this off as he'll strike across his thigh again and do fire damage, and he'll try and cut this thing off of the pan-fried knight, basically cauterizing the wound as he cuts through. This fleshy protrusion from the pan-fried knight gets cut off, and you know that the pan-fried knight's not going to survive this. Like, these wounds are going to kill him, but he cuts this thing off of his belly. It is like a living tumor with teeth and a tongue, and it is just trying to move toward Alon still until it finally just gives way as it turns to this gray ash, this gray, like, blood pouring out of it, the same as Sylvester had Wolfgang.
I don't like it.
And we are possibly out of initiative.
So I pop up just like, and I see that, and I scuttle back.
Yeah, I love it. Pan-fried Knight with his pretty close to dying breaths, it feels like. He will, in tears and like trying to grasp, will like stick his hand up for like someone to grab it.
Jolly will do it.
Hey, bud.
Hey, son. It's okay.
I don't know what is going on, man.
Well, it's okay. Because soon you won't have any pain.
You mean it?
I promise.
And he dies.
Jolly, like, closes his eyes a little bit.
Why was that actually kind of sad?
The pan-fried knight is dead. Before you is this, like, almost immediately turns to this sludge as soon as it has been taken off of its host. And you see on the floor next to the pan-fried knight this heavy cast iron skillet with this purple portion of it. The material was liquid until it went into the pour, and it looks like it has now become part of the cast iron.
Can I turn my all-purpose tool, like flip through all of the different things and pull out like a magnet? See if there's a magnet in there?
Sure. Yeah, we'll say there's a magnet in there.
Well, actually,
I'm going to be looking at Jolly's right hand where he reached into his pocket and pulled that shard out. Do I see anything?
Investigation check.
Okay.
I would just probably do some like a rod of metal or
21.
something. See if the pan itself is magnetic. Maybe like my foot, since it's covered in metal, just like ding ding.
It does have a magnetic pull to it, just like iron would. You remember Jolly using, there's like some purple to the magic. And
Yeah.
it's a very similar hue. Don't know if you'd know much more than that.
But I don't like see any remnants of the thing he was
You
carrying.
don't see any remnants.
Okay.
Correct. You do see that like his armor has been pretty heavily battered just from the battle. So it's possible, but it would require some pretty extensive investigation if you wanted to really dig in on it. But like,
Okay.
not sure.
Jolly's sort of having that thought too. Like, wait, that metal. Oh crap! Gonna have to wash my armor tonight.
Okay, Wolfgang, he comes up to Elon. He's like, "Are you okay, my friend?"
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good. I'm so sorry. I have to go check, and I run away. I kind of worry about Elon, but also like
Yeah.
Where's Tariel, right? And so I go to the door, to the window slats, and I'm just like, I'm looking around.
Yeah. Draven will go and join you and give you the help action on your perception check.
Can Jolly check the body of the goblin now?
Yeah, for sure. Give me an investigation check on that. Elon. That was the second time you got dropped in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Pretty shaken up. And
14.
wondering if I have tetanus or if I'm infected with some other kind of...
Give me a medicine check on yourself.
Okay.
What'd you get on your perception?
16.
16. Okay. You spot Talriel. She just slunk in past that broken gate.
Okay, so she's in the town. She still looks like she doesn't know where we are.
Right.
I got an 18 for medicine.
It bit you, and there feels like some sort of venom that might have been latent. You're not poisoned. You don't have the poisoned condition.
Yeah.
But it might be worth looking into.
Okay. Can I assume we have like water with our rations, like a canteen or something like that?
For sure.
I'm just gonna try and like wash my wound, and maybe get some like fresh cloth if I can pull some together.
Okay.
Wolfgang, how long do we have?
It just depends on... I mean, if she knew where we were, she could be here in minutes. So I think the question is, how do we want to proceed? Because if we want to maybe ambush her, now would be the best time. But
How far?
I mean, she's at the gate that we came through. So maybe, let's say, 5 minutes if she came straight here. But otherwise, maybe 30 minutes if she's searching a little bit.
How fast can Cyril fly?
What was that?
What?
That thing.
Oh, is this Cyril?
Yes.
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't want to be here.
Oh, well, so you were watching
Yeah.
and you didn't help?
No.
Okay. How are you doing right now?
I'm bad.
Yeah, you're feeling
I'm
pretty.
real not good.
Well, I have an opportunity for you, and it will allow you to get out of here.
Say less.
Okay.
So I can imbue small objects with a non-verbal sound or perhaps a 6-second long recorded message. Maybe we use those as diversions, place them around the city.
Oh, okay.
Clever.
I really like that.
Hey, I'm in.
Great. Yeah, just tell Cyril what you want.
Well, here are probably just take I don't know,
Some balls.
no, definitely not the bean cans. Probably something of the goblins, like maybe a shoe,
Sure.
and then a shoe, and then a glove or something.
Okay.
Should we put a sound here so that way she doesn't go to the first one and see that it's just a thing, and then realize that she needs to go to the place where no sound is coming from, or how should we do this?
Yeah, let's put one near here at least.
I suppose that would make a nice honeypot if we want to ambush her.
Yeah,
So.
that's maybe one across the street. Are we next to that bakery?
Yeah, so you could send one to the bakery, you could send one to the stables, you could send one to the smithy, and let's see. So bakery would be across the street, the stables would be pretty close to the inn, and then you could go one to the smithy, which is kind of on that northeastern side, and then you could do one in a house, in the residential area, if you wanted to kind of spread it.
Do we think we can take her?
Can we see the fountain?
The fountain was pretty heavily broken.
Okay.
But yeah, you got a pretty good glimpse. The inn is honestly a pretty perfect vantage point of most of Hurtenberg, especially now that half of it's been leveled.
Okay. What did you ask?
Do we actually think we can take her?
I don't... I mean, I'm sorry, Elon, if this is mean, but you've died twice in the last 5 minutes.
No, I mean, and I'm literally cleaning my wound on the floor as we're talking, and there's no way I'm going to be able to fight.
Yes. So
Maybe we just do one and then we run the opposite way.
maybe
You also remember Sylvester took a ton of hits.
he did. He, if you remember this, that it was the giant scorpion thing, right? Like
No, it was the dog.
it was the dog.
And
He died to the dog.
He died to the dog and
Ooh,
all the
embarrassing.
crabs. All the crabs got him.
That's right.
He
The
died
crabs
of
were
crabs,
wrecking
And then
him.
Cyril finished him off, the heaviest
Yeah.
hitter.
I know.
Honestly, 3d8 of poison damage? Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
He's the best of you guys.
I think maybe we. Oh gosh, because if we talk with her, maybe she's just like, "Oh, help me build the tower." But if we run, then she can probably find us. Still.
I do have hold person.
I will say I am not as good as I once was. I am what you might call bloodied,
Okay. Yes, that's not.
if
as
you are
good.
factoring that in.
Well, that's so Draven. Am I right?
Give me deception checks with advantage. Anybody who would like to. I guess we'll have Caden do it for Cyril.
Okay.
Wait, what are we doing with these deception checks?
To see how well you can place the disruption to where she's looking.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, so not
Yeah.
one for me. Like I rolled one for myself and then for Cyril. Just
yeah,
for
just
Cyril.
for you.
Okay. So I mean, I rolled twice, and the one I rolled for Cyril was better, so I'm just gonna use that one.
Fair.
22.
Okay. On a 21, you see she breaks for the stables, which is close. Basically across the street. So you and Draven can spot her that she is slinking, right? She's pretty stealthy. But you saw her the whole time that if you took your eye off for a second, you might not find her again.
well, I'll keep my eye on her.
Give me a concentration check. Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that any day. It's a 5.
Great. It's dry and dusty, and you get something in your eye.
I'm like, oh gosh, it's this sand.
I'll
And
roll
then
one for Draven.
So how long? I assume Cyril's still out there. Just okay.
Draven also does not do well on his concentration.
I don't know if I've ever been this hurt. Where'd she go?
I'm pushing myself farther away from that cast iron pan on the ground.
Okay. You do lose sight of Talriel as she slips, but you saw her heading toward the stables.
Did I find anything on the goblin with a
You did, actually. You find an interesting potion.
Cool.
drink it.
It is
Drink it.
unmarked.
Is it a poop potion?
Doesn't look like your poop potion.
Well, at least it's a different brand.
You can mark unmarked potion in your inventory.
A potion.
Hey, Cyril. We're still on that?
Listen, man. You got knocked down twice. Once was by a belly button. Another one by a very vicious goblin girl. Ask me again if I'm doing all right.
No. I didn't ask you if you were doing all right. I just asked you. I just said your name.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Can you turn your sass down?
Sure.
This again?
You're being a little over the top. Like you can get emotional with me, but
He's not using words, but you feel it, right? He's like,
He's doing the. I just wanted to warn you. I mean, there's a whole reason I was telling you, just that Talriel is heading towards the stables. Be on the lookout.
you hear him swallow heavy.
So now that Elon is done gaslighting Cyril, can we? I actually wouldn't know what's going on over there.
That's all in my head.
So now that we are done with, now that we've lost her, maybe now we should have a game plan.
Yes. I think so I have the ability Also, I found this unmarked potion. That is very important to say. But I have the ability, if we have 11 minutes, to identify this skillet. And possibly this potion if we have another 11 minutes.
We should definitely spend that time, and if she does somehow find us, like I said, I have this hold person spell, or we can just play, like we're on her side.
Give me. I'll have you because you have You have more combat experience than either of these two, and I'll have Draven do this as well. I want an insight check, and we'll call it kind of on your situation.
Yeah, just like
Battlefield tactics, right?
Did you say I had help from Draven?
Sure, we'll give you that.
Well, that's a 12.
Great. Yes, you do have the advantage of not being seen. You are all tapped. A fresh enemy with even an inkling of surprise
Could wreck us.
could do some damage. Could she win? Don't know.
Yeah, but multiple of us are going down. Okay, so at this point, I can't see her outside, so I kind of beckon everyone to the center of the room and lower my voice, and I say, so here are the options as I see it. If we fight, then at least one of us is probably dead. At least. She is fresh. She is... I mean, did you see the gold star? They don't give that away for anything, right? So for 2 people with gold stars. So that's option number 1, and I'm not loving it. Second option, we try and run, and I mean, I expect that she somehow got here from, the coast, and it took us forever. So in my mind, she's very quick, so maybe we can't do that. Now, if we help her, then, I mean, best case scenario, we get to rest, we get to maybe, look for openings, but also there's a chance that, it finishes, she brings us back to the sheriff, and he kills us because we killed Silent Sylvester. I do air quotes because, he can't prove anything. But I'm sure he will, unilaterally decide that we are guilty. Regardless, I think we try and, bring out the bag, pretend like we are starting to set it up, the tower, and see what happens. The day, how late in the day is it?
I think we called it midday.
Midday. So I think that we start, maybe we get a chance to sleep, and then maybe we say we'll finish it tomorrow, and who knows, maybe another enemy comes and she does what Sylvester did and she takes most of the hits. Otherwise, we just play it by ear and act friendly. But what do you two think?
Unfortunately, I think you're right. It seems like we have kind of one option.
The only thing I am concerned about is if she comes and we're like, oh, we're so happy you're here. And then she's like, what was that freaking noise that I investigated? It was like a shriek or something. There was like 4 of them in the city.
I mean, we can tell her about the lethargy, can't we?
Yeah.
I assume they already know, and Sheriff Don just sent us in blind because he doesn't care about us.
Yes.
What's your passive perception?
13.
Mine is 15.
Wolfgang, you see the skillet.
Okay, I'm like, look, Jolly, it's rattling.
And see, I've been backing away from it this whole time.
Everybody step back.
And it is getting red, like it's warming up.
Like it's heating up. Oof. And okay, you know what? This might be stupid of me, but I'm going to shoot an arrow at it.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
I'm doing it.
Here's where I determine what the AC of a skillet is.
Well, if
Probably
it's the
high.
band,
It's 21.
definitely high. If
Well,
it's the bang.
I got a 9, so it just thunks right next to it.
Well, honestly, it hits and the arrow tip melts as it collides, splintering the arrow shaft.
Nice.
I mean, do I see anything like causing it to do this? Is it like is the purple pulsing or moving?
Yeah, it's pulsing.
Okay. And tell me where it is in relation to us and the stairs and the window.
Betwixt thee and the stairs.
Okay, I'm jumping out the window.
We're on
give
the
me an acrobatics
two-story,
check.
right?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Draven follows you.
I'm gonna chuck.
9.
I'm gonna chuck the bag of equipment out the window after him, and then dive after.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you collide with the ground.
I'm still up.
ungracefully. Draven, golly, 19 on the die. Once again, just truly so epic looking. Lands in another Spider-Man style, one leg out, arm down, cutlass in hand. Looks really cool. And then the bag of crap just lands right next to him.
Jolly is remaining.
I'm jumping out. I thought that everyone was going, so I'm gone.
Great.
Acrobatics for me was 14.
Fine enough. You'll take 2 points of damage. As you collide, you kind of roll your ankle a little bit.
Dang it all.
Okay, you're hanging out. You're just going to stand there in front of this ricocheting skillet.
Jolly is backing up, but he's curious. He
Give me
almost
an
like
Arcana check.
he almost like needs to find out. Just threw that across the table. That's a 9 plus 6, 15.
15. This thing looks like it's going to blow.
Oh, it's gonna blow up. Okay, Jolly's gonna
Insight check.
jump. Okay, sweet.
I'm sitting out on the middle of the street, and I'm like looking up at the window, just waiting to see what happens.
5.
Okay. This one, honestly, you shouldn't have rolled, but whatever. This whole explosion, around it was that you found at the epicenter of that explosion, this purple substance.
Oh, connecting the dots a little bit too late. Jolly's like, oh no, and like doesn't brace. Like definitely gonna get disadvantage on the fall.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
No check necessary. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
As soon as I hear him say, "Oh no," like I've been kind of waiting for this cue. I'm already like moving down the street, trying to get as far away from this thing as possible.
Yeah, Draven starts helping you guys up to your feet.
Yeah.
I recommend running.
Doing
Definitely.
that very fast.
Okay.
Roll a D100 for me, somebody.
Somebody? You want me?
Does it need to be high or low?
That's a good question because I'll roll if it's high.
You don't know.
I'll roll if it's low.
You don't know.
Okay, Caden, go for it. I believe in you.
13.
Okay. Jolly, roll me a D10.
1.
Wow. 13 times 1.
Sorry.
Wait, is that for the damage?
That explosion is not that crazy.
Oh,
Gosh dang, y'all.
It's like one of those fireworks. Like,
Why did you even ask
It's
me?
like out of the opposite of like the other guys when that building explodes. It just is like you see this purple flicker inside the shuttered windows as it is so bright, but the explosion is so underwhelming that it just
It's like you see like a little rattle from the building and then like a shutter like
yeah. Some dust gets knocked loose from the shingles up above.
1 brick falls.
Yeah, but it is underwhelming. Gosh, that's unfortunate.
So we're all just like bracing on the ground.
Running, getting out as fast as you can. Jolly does like the like bracing against it as like nothing hits him from behind and just falls again to the floor. And Talriel bounds out from around the corner. Whoa, wait, what's happening over here?
I forgot.
I forgot her freaking voice.
It's the lethargy.
What?
I mean, you can't tell me you don't know about it.
Well, listen here, boy. Just because you think I can't read, you think I'm not smart?
Yes, I had that impression.
Wait, she can't read?
I didn't know you couldn't read.
Well, we didn't exactly get to that in the introduction, did we?
Well, we are so glad that you came here even with your illiteracy, because you can help us.
But why are you here, actually?
Does my inability to read? I'm gonna address that in just shortly. But you saying that I can't walk because I can't read?
No, I just think that someone who could read could help us read the instructions for building the tower thing that we are building.
You hear in your minds.
Well, looks like you made it. And here I thought y'all would have turned tail and skedaddled. You cannot reply to this message.
I know, I was like trying to ask something.
Thanks for the reminder.
This is my mere observation. Now, I hope that y'all came to your senses and are gonna build my way station. If I have your compliance, I won't really know. But if I don't, Talriel has the order to shoot you all in the head.
Gosh.
So let's get this straight. He can't see what.
See you later.
He can't tell if we're talking, but he knows when Talriel like ran into us.
I look at Draven.
You're all making that face again.
Did you hear it, Talriel?
Who did they told him that you were here?
Well, I know, but I didn't know if he was like including you in on that message or not.
Oh, look, I can't read. Oh, I can't do stuff. Oh.
You said it.
No one,
Not me.
No one is saying that. You're the
Oh,
only
look
one.
at me, just 'cause I'm covered in dirt. That means I got, whatever.
Oh, that is dirt. Okay.
What?
I was not assuming. I thought that was just your wardrobe.
Yeah,
Like-
I was
like a
I was thrown
skin.
off by the smell. It could have been anything.
Like some sort of skin product or something.
Yes.
Never in all my days have I ever been around such mean folk.
Well, we did just come from hell, so we're actually pretty nice for.
And then we got
considering.
And you're
enslaved.
gonna go back.
Probably.
Where's my tower?
Oh, did the boss man not tell you? I assumed he has this all-knowing thing
He does.
going on. Then he would have told you that Sylvester and us, we got attacked. Sylvester died on the way. And then beyond that,
She starts crying.
yes, it is sad. Oh no, I don't deal well with tears. No, don't cry. Oh, don't cry. Please, no.
Were you too close?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he died fighting something.
He died fighting what he loved.
I don't think he did.
Are you okay?
No.
Why are you crying?
I'm overwhelmed.
Yes, it is. I understand. He was. How long did you know him?
I first met him at the docks when y'all came on.
You
Wait.
all came up?
When we showed up at the docks,
Oh,
Jolly.
when we showed up.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking A.
Give me an insight check, anybody who would like to.
Oh, heavens.
Nat 20.
Full crazy.
Yeah.
Full crazy.
Oh, heavens.
What a waste of a nat 20.
You get the sense that this chick has, if there were screws, they're not loose.
They're gone.
They're just rattling around in there.
I'm going to ping Cyril and just kind of like let him hear this conversation.
She dries an invisible tear. Like, she's crying, but no tears are actually being shed.
Anyway, where's my towel?
Right here in this bag.
A whole lot of good that's doing.
I mean,
So, do you know how to build it?
No, Mr. Bookman.
I don't have books on me.
No, she's talking about how she can't read. Don't.
Yeah, she
no,
really likes to bring this up.
bring this
Yeah.
up. It's
Y'all
obviously
don't
so
stop
subject.
bringing it up.
So
It's not us. Okay, once it was me.
You have 3 hours to build this thing.
Where do you want it built?
Center of town seems as good as anywhere.
Okay, I can like barely stand right now, so I'm just like, I'm probably like slumped up against a building or something.
Listen,
just, like,
little fish boy, I get that you're out of water, but this is no behavior for deputies of Sheraton.
I mean, do you have any health potions? Because I could bounce back if you wanted to provide some.
Yes.
Persuasion check.
Oh, that's
Okay.
it. And I would like to help him with that by being like, yes, when we got to town, there was a dissident, and he really banged us up.
Do I
and
get help then?
It's hard.
16.
She kind of tussles her hair back.
Like a cloud of dust.
Yeah. It just stinks. It's like matted, just sweaty hair.
Gross.
You can have one of my potions.
Well, thank you. I wink at her.
Do it.
She drops 2 potions and runs.
Yes.
two.
Potions.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna uncork one of them and I'm gonna give
Wait.
the other one to Jolly.
Wait, we should look and see what kind of potions these are first.
I'm gonna compare it to the one I have.
It's a health
All
potion.
right.
Looks
I'm gonna give one to Jolly. Hey,
But-
thank you for reviving me. I really appreciated that.
Oh, of course. But maybe we should also help our friend Raven. So that
He
he's-
looks significantly worse for wear.
Yes, we should probably help him stay around so that.
I think I'm gonna leave.
Well, then never mind.
I don't really want to be here.
Okay,
It's 2d4 plus 2, right?
Correct.
All right.
so I will take that then.
Great. I'm back up to 9.
If you suspect that you are safe here, then I would consider my job done.
Oh, do you think she's gonna say anything about you being here? I guess it doesn't really matter because you can't be tracked, huh?
You see that his armband is gone.
Where did your armband go?
He kind of shakes it, and the minor illusion around his arm kind of wavers a little bit slower than he's able to move his arm.
Huh. Okay.
Well, thank you
that was
for
smart.
your help.
I'm sad that you're going.
What will you do now?
I need to go home. I don't like this place at all.
Fair.
Yeah.
This is a bad place.
Take us with you? Question mark.
I don't have my ship. If I had my ship, I would happily take you with me.
All right. Well, stay in contact.
Do
I
you
guess.
know of any boats?
Yeah.
Lester Lemon. I don't recommend it. He's a nice fellow, but he only uses his feet to like grip your face.
It's not
like
his
this.
fault. He doesn't have arms, right?
He's got arms. He's got perfectly functional arms.
I always thought he didn't have arms.
Me too.
That's
No,
so.
he's always
That's so
had
much
arms.
funnier.
No, he's definitely got arms.
Yes.
He had a full crossbow that he shot under the water.
I just thought he did it with his feet. I don't know.
Also, he worships like some god or something. So, but happy trails, I guess.
Where do I find this Lester Lemon?
Back the way you came, back to
You have to get in a shipwreck.
I don't know.
Yes, it's best if you land in the middle of the ocean. That's a message that worked for us.
Yes.
That's difficult to do when you're on land.
Yes, I agree. Okay, well, go on. If we don't have any presents for you, we apologize.
Good luck.
I mean, Jolly, you know this area somewhat, don't you?
No, I've never been here in my life.
Well, you know the layout of the continent.
Yes, but I am from the north of the continent, and we are in the south.
I guess, like,
So if you go up to Gast, take a trip to Okrendale. Very nice place. Very cold, but very nice.
Myself and Cold don't particularly get along.
Oh, speaking of you and getting along, I guess on your way. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So, where do you think you'll go in case we, maybe we somehow get out of this without dying? How can we get in touch?
Well, I don't have any ability to communicate over long distance, but south seems as good a place as any.
Okay. Well, maybe, fingers crossed, we meet you in the south.
And if you do, great. If you don't, I can't say I've met this stranger folk before. And
You know what? Same to you.
Chokes back a tear.
it's been fun.
It has been fun.
Yes, we literally
Thanks for saving my butt.
owe our lives to you.
Yes.
And I will take you up on that.
Okay, maybe.
Good.
And he starts walking out of the city.
Jolly waves goodbye.
I salute.
There he goes.
You know, you guys, we've only known each other for like less than a week, but like so many strange things have happened in that one less than a week time period. It's weird.
And then we get a montage, just like us running through the hell.
All the stuff that we didn't say on the show, but that we actually still did.
Holding hands, running through the hells.
All of us like secretly like saying a prayer for Silent Sylvester as we like bury it.
Yeah.
All the stuff
It
that
was
didn't
very
happen.
beautiful.
Cyril's like discarded stinger still just through his eyeball.
Discarded.
I like to think of it as like it's a cartridge.
Yeah.
It's like a bee sting.
That's so much weirder.
As you reminisce over these memories that didn't happen, I imagine they happened in Wolfgang's mind as you guys have been like journeying, like, wow, these guys have been such good friends for so long. And the reality sets in. You see a flash dash behind one of the buildings as Draven's head falls off of his shoulders.
No!
She just freaking killed him?
No! No!
That's so not.
I'm very
Raven.
glad I did not give him a health potion. Or maybe that would have saved his life.
And that's all for this episode of the Pact Boon.
Freaking
Oh my
Tario?
gosh.
Well,
More like
not
Bree.
going south.
I know, I'm so upset.
Gang! A happy episode shared with friends. We had a lot of fun. We had some good memes all around. And we're going to have some more on the next episode, I do believe. Tune in next week as we see what the freak just happened and what the freak we're going to do about it. Okay? By the way, Draven was a father of 3.
What?
Well, he was also a pirate, so like, I mean, was he really a father?
He's probably a father to many more than 3.
A father to too many to count.
A father, but never a dad.
Wow. You don't know that. You
I
never
don't.
asked.
I never asked. I would have.
He probably wouldn't have told us anyway.
Yeah.
As falling out of his pocket are 3 lockets.
Jolly's like,
As his like headless body is falling, just like lockets, just pouring out.
starts
for all the
naming off
kids.
like an infinite list of names. Just like Trevor, Sebastian.
I love my children.
Shout out to our sponsors. Monument Studios for Fantasy Plus. The sounds that you have heard today provided by them.
Yeah, see if you can find a head falling.
Yeah, is there a decapitation sound?
For sure there is.
Absolutely there is. Fantasy Plus has everything.
Yeah, we know you guys are loving this extended outro, by the way.
Yeah.
That's really good. Gang, tune into How to Be a Better DM, our other podcast from Session Zero Studios. Really great. You want to learn how to leave people saying, what? At the end of your sessions? Tune into that podcast, okay? That's all for this week.
Oh, and this is Draven's body falling. And the lockets.
Goodbye.